Yes.
Let's go ahead and come back in.
Excellent.
There we all is.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Back in.
Oh, okay. Shay's not ready.
Oh,
She should be ready in a moment.
sure. Hold on, everyone, a second. We're gonna. Oh, those are cool. I just think what those are. Those are cool.
It's okay. Shay's not ready, but Bonesaw is ready.
Bonesaw is ready.
Excellent reference. Quality.
Bonesaw, the greatest Spider-Man villain ever. Bonesaw McGraw. You ready, Shay?
Hang on, wait for it. Yes.
Beautiful. Welcome back, everyone. A little brief recap of the first half session. Found some information. Devised a plan to rob a jewelry store. Met a fence. Got a driver. Met a tall, attractive orc woman that I think everyone's in love with now. And are off to rob a jewelry store and frame him for both, I think, insurance fraud and maybe murder. So, oh boy. We will start our our heist. It would have to be the next day for it to be for you guys to do it at noon when the guards are at lunch. And yes, the title of the episode is excellent written, by the way, according to Dido. You all are ready. You're driven. Actually, no, you won't be driven there in the truck. Just to keep things
Just a
departmentalized.
heads up, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Not at all.
I cannot log into Roll20, or I cannot enter the game. It is infinitely loading.
Okay.
So someone might have to roll for me.
I'll roll for you.
Excellent. All right. Yeah.
You may need to just shut the browser down completely and try again. Like everything.
Well, Shay runs some sort of on the fly repairs. I hope you figured it out. Oh, there she is. At least on my screen. Excellent. Yes, so you all sort of make your own way there. Jean-Pierre and Karzug, you sort of, I'll say, you guys had a meeting spot sort of nearby in an alley where you can all talk. Soren, I'll say, just for ease of narrative, is sort of by himself today as your watch, and the two other guards peel off, and Soren is left there by the door, and he takes a cigarette and lights it. So that'll be easy. Sorry. So Soren is there. Your group meets up. I assume you guys are using the gas masks you used before as your sort of to hide yourself. Grigori, you're currently painted which color?
Probably like at this point, like trying to mix the blues, and it doesn't look right. So he's like, fine here, and he makes like a purple.
Sure, as a purple dragonborn, there. So, congratulations. So yeah, as they're meeting in the alleyway, I'll see Karzug and Grigori have guns. You're wearing coats, so you can hide them underneath of them. As you go down the street, probably around like 3 or 4 buildings down, you see a black paint truck with sort of a wooden sort of like cover built over top of it, parked, and the driver gets out. Essentially gets his car and lights a cigarette as well. So the car is ready to go. All they're waiting on is the distraction from our good our good Lieutenant Selathil.
And Selathil, true to her word, arrives with kind of a picnic lunch ready. And she'll like approach Soren once she sees that the other two guards have headed off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you approach him. He again is just enjoying a cigarette as you approach, and he goes, "Ah, Lieutenant, it's good to see you." He gets used to lunch, and you see he gets a little happy. He says, you did promise to bring me lunch." He kind of looks around. His friends are gone. Roll a persuasion check, see if you can get him away.
Yeah, and more specifically, she is going to be like, you can step away for just a moment or two to eat with me, right? And she'll, specifically, she's in like a very nice looking dress. She's in plain civilian clothes, but it's clear she dolled herself up to try and help schmooze this over a little more.
Make yourself look pretty.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Roll your persuasion.
Okay.
It's a raise.
Yeah. Exploded on the wild side.
He hems and haws for a second, before he's like, "I had to be back when was in the Zenauer to have my for my comrade's return."
Don't worry, I won't keep you for longer than that. And she kind of bats her eyelashes at him.
Yeah, he kind of clears his throat and will begin to sort of walk with you down the street. And yeah, you the sort of, I guess, infiltration team, or the armed thugs all watch as Serathil leads this soldier down the street. And I assume you turn a corner as soon as you can to get him out of view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you turn the corner and you bring him. It's like a little sort of square park thing nearby. It's an old city. There's a bunch of little like courtyards that are built throughout it. And it is now the other team's turn, and I am going to use a first initiative, just to help keep the pace of this manageable for myself. For those of you who don't know, in Savage Worlds, you use playing cards, which we have in Roll20. So I will press deal, and everyone. Sorry, I actually did something. Everyone will get a card. If you click on it, you'll be able to see that card, and just tell me which card you got, and then I'll.
Sorry.
No, it's just time.
3
of
diamonds.
3 of diamonds. Okay.
4 of hearts.
4 of hearts.
We're so high.
Okay. Greg. 3. Wow. Good to know, and I need to draw a few more for myself, actually. Well, you're lucky that it was anyways. So sorry, I just want to make sure. And excellent. Okay. So first up, actually, would be Jean-Pierre, because fucking Karzug pulled the Joker.
Yeah.
That means Karzug can go whenever she wants, can act whenever she wants to interrupt someone's turn if she so desires. So good for her. The group, I'll say, moves up, and will move in. And first thing that, actually, yeah, no, Karzog will act first as she enters, and she's going to hit the security guard with her rifle. Which is a success. She comes in and she just whack hits this guy in the side of the head as the customers in the store all kind of turn, and she points the gun at him. He's a little dazed. He kind of looks up like, holy shit. It was technically non-lethal damage, so he's shaken. That's what she's going to do. Jean-Luc, Jean-Pierre, I should say, is going to step forward and say, "All right, everyone, just stay calm, and we will be in and out with no one harmed." Kind of turns to the guard. No one harmed too much. And he's going to make a roll. I'm going to look at the skills to see which one would work perfectly for this.
Because the turn is later, is someone whose turn later unable to assist?
Yeah, he's actually going to. Yes, unfortunately, you're not able to assist. It's sort of initiative rules. You haven't acted yet.
Okay.
He's going to attempt to roll intimidate to keep everyone calm. Sort of like, everyone just shut up and stay still. Okay. He's not super successful. As people are a little freaked out by what's going on. But he's going to try to start grabbing some jewels. After that, one of the customers is going to try to leave the store. The others sort of like are frozen. The guard on the ground, just like, you're big and you have a gun. I'm not going to do anything. But one of the customers starts to panics, tries to leave. Grigori, you're up.
Yep, he is going to take his gun and be like, on the floor, please.
Yeah, so please roll a intimidation, and if you're not trained, have it be at a 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, 1d6 too, right?
Yes, 1d6. You are, yeah. There's a chance.
Yeah.
A success. They stop and they kind of back up. So you're able to sort of control that person. So that person is pacified for right now, but the others haven't done anything yet. But they might panic on when it comes back to their turn. Tan.
Well, that leaves it up to me. So, first task, I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the back and find a place to plant the jewels.
Sure. You head into the back. The back is an office, and there's also like a small jewel cutting station here. Roll a notice check for me.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. No.
That's a critical failure. You have 2 bennies. You can reroll.
I would like
Absolutely.
I would like to spend one on this. Yay!
Yay! That would be really bad because that was a critical failure.
I walk
Anyways,
in and get stabbed in the back.
So it's you walk in, you look around. Yeah, this place is a sort of a jewel cutting and sort of jewelry making station. And so if you like slip this into like sort of a hidden like maybe some of the files somewhere around there that you're to sort of like, definitely a place here you could hide it that looks like you wouldn't be able to find it, and you could could be found later on by your officer friend. There's also some uncut diamonds here.
Those are going in the bag.
Sure, you grab the uncut diamonds, you throw them, or uncut gems, actually, not just diamonds, uncut gems. You throw them into your bag. I'll say that is your turn. Top of the round. Kaz isn't going to do anything until someone else acts. Jean-Pierre being like, well, that didn't help. Is going to start grabbing sort of display jewelry and stuff like that. So he's going to spend his action doing that. It is the NPCs. Let's see if... Okay. The proprietor sort of is cowering down, and then will kind of stand back up with a gun, specifically a shotgun. Is going to point it at probably what's going to point it at? Points it at Grigori, and says, Get the hell out of my store. And he already acted. He sort of used his turn to try to grab that without you guys noticing. So he's going to point that at you. So it's a little more complicated. Grigori, what do you want to do?
Try not to kill him.
I do not want to just murder somebody here and there, but
I will say, Karzug has a joker, so if you try something, she can assist you.
Okay. He's got a shotgun. That's not a small thing. Maybe he just tries to shoot the gun to like make him drop it.
That is definitely an option. It is not. Yes, it's not small. So that is a -2 to your shooting, and you will be shooting a gun. Just keep that in mind.
Okay.
It was going so well.
Hey, he had a gun.
Let's see, shooting -2, because yeah, I don't have like a basic handgun on here.
This is why I didn't give them my gun.
Yeah, no, it's no. That is a hit. Roll your damage.
What is pistol damage?
You don't have a pistol. You have a rifle.
Oh well, if I'm shooting it with my rifle, okay, I had that set up.
Yeah, because you don't have a pistol right now.
Okay, that's just for the rifle thing. Roll damage.
Sure. What is the bonus damage for? Does that add that as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 7. That's 1 plus 5, which is 4. Fuck. Okay. Let's see if he can. Nope. You fire. Since you're aiming at the gun, he takes no damage. But the gun is knocked out of his hand, and he kind of puts his hands up, like, "Holy shit!" As you just like and like pull back the bolt action. As Jean-Pierre kind of looks at you like, "Oh shit! You just shot the gun." So there is now a time. There's now a
Yep, he's just like, everybody move.
Yep. Tan, it is back to you. There was some shouting and a gunshot from the room behind you.
And you just hear panic drag. Oh, we got to go quick.
I am going to. I'm just gonna duck down.
You're not gonna do anything else. You're just gonna duck.
If I leave this room, I'm running right into an area with a shotgun with a hole in it.
That is true. Yeah. Also, you don't know what's going on. There's just shooting.
Exactly. That is my reason for ducking down.
That's fine. That works with the character. Top of the round. Actually, no. Karzog was going to go because she didn't go this round. and she's going to also start grabbing some stuff, and she's just like, fuck it, and starts breaking the spike cases and grabbing some stuff. Top of the round, Karzog's gonna go again, and continue to grab some stuff. Jean-Pierre is going to go up to the man and say, "Right, you tried to be a hero. Now please empty the cash register so we can be on our ways without having to harm your guests without having to harm any guests or continue to harm your employee." He's going to roll intimidation. The man kind of freaked out and will open the cash register, and will begin to hand Jean-Luc the money. The customers are freaked out. They are going to not try to do anything. Grigori.
Yep, he's just going to look for just cases, use his elbow to break them open so he doesn't have to cut himself with that, or use he'll use his rifle butt to break it open and start grabbing things.
Sure thing. Tan, do you do anything else? You hear no more gunfire.
Okay, if I don't hear any more gunfire, I'm just gonna grab everything valuable that doesn't look nailed down that I can carry.
Sure thing. Yeah, you begin to do that. I should have been doing this before. I just realized. Top of the round. I want to have Arthur girl. Fuck. Okay. Awesome. Karzog rolled a notice and got an 11. Jean-Luc rolled as well. Not as good. Grigori, please also roll a notice for me. Let's continue to do this.
Yes.
Okay, that's 2 raises. As you begin to grab things, we're gonna zoom out of this scene for a second and over to Selathil. You are in this little courtyard. You moved a little bit of ways away, but you have to remain. Can't take him. Did you take him really far away? How far away did you take him?
Well, I took him far enough away that if something bad had happened, it wouldn't be immediately heard.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna roll a notice for him, and if he gets 2 raises, because you said you're pretty far away. Nope, that's a 2.
Great.
He's lost in your eyes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you continue your meal. Han, roll a notice check as well. They're doing really, really good.
Dude, 7.
7? Yeah, perfect. That is more successes than you had failures. You guys continue to clear this place out. And so I'll say it will take chronologically another round of action for you guys to sort of grab the last of what you can find here. A pretty decent haul. No deaths, no injuries, besides a bruised jaw from the security guard, and probably a loose tooth or 2. But it's fine. They have 1940s medicine. You can get. I don't know if they had crowns back then, but you're able to clear out the store pretty well. And you guys can begin to run away, essentially.
As we're leaving, and I see the shotgun with a hole in it, am I able to quickly flick my hand in its direction and kind of invert a spell I have? Can I invert deflection instead of and put it like a shield around the gun instead of around a person? Let me post that for you.
Where's that action? Yeah, I say you could use deflection on a gun. Sure.
Okay.
To what's your plan with this? Keep people from picking it up, or people if they fire, it will fuck up.
Did it look like does it like the gun got shot? Does it look like it's dangerous? Like it might go off?
It got shot. There is a pretty bad dent. It's a double barrel, so it's a pretty bad dent in one of the barrels. It's probably not the safest thing to fire right now.
Okay.
But
But it doesn't look like, if it doesn't look like it's gonna explode, I'm just gonna grab it.
sure, yeah, you can grab it. Yeah, you can grab. No, it doesn't look like it's gonna explode. You probably should unload it and get it repaired. But
Yeah, I do that.
sure, you pick it up. You kind of like you got a little bit of firearms training from Selathil and Grigori to kind of teach you if you absolutely have to. You're like, fuck, I know this. It takes a second as you're running, but you get it open, you pull the stuff out, it's fine. And you begin to sprint down the street.
In our getaway car.
In your getaway car, the driver has gone back in the car and is kind of looking like out the mirror, kind of leans out, kind of looks behind him, being like, "Hurry the fuck up! You fired a shot." As you are running, who's in the back? Who'd be in the back of the line?
I'll be in the back if nobody else wants
You
to.
in the back of the
Because
line?
I was grabbing the...
Sure. Yeah. Okay. What? I need to check what your parry is.
Haha, now I use deflection.
You didn't. Well, is it it's an action to. What is it? Is that a thing? I'll say since you didn't. Away. No, I'll say you won't. It's not like shield. You can't cast it. That's the thing. You have to cast yourself before stuff happens. I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can I do that on my way? Well, no, it's fine. I didn't say beforehand, so.
Yeah, no, you also didn't know what was going to happen. And I exit out of your sheet before checking the thing I wanted it to check.
My parry.
Your parry is 4. So this hits you. Let me check the damage of a rifle. 2d8. Okay. Your toughness is 6. I want to check the rules on this very quickly to make sure I get them right. I'll have to find... because I don't want to accidentally give you too many wounds if I don't have to, because they rolled a 14 on their damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, hey, you took a rifle shot to your back. It's gonna hurt. But I think you might get 1 wound or maybe shaken. I just want to check to make sure. Just loads. For each raise. Okay. Yeah, so you are shaken and have 1 wound.
Oh no. Alright.
Because he raised your your toughness. So yeah, you get shot in the back. And it fucking hurts. Like it's pretty bad. But you are running. By the end of this round, I'll say you can get either into the truck. It is a 4-door, so you can get in one of the back seats, or you can leap into the truck bed itself.
I'm getting in the truck bed. I just crawl in.
Sure, you climb over as you're like gripping your back.
Well, I can't grip my back, so I'm just like push a medical kit out, and I say, I need someone to do extract the bullet.
No problem.
What's your medicine skill, buddy?
Non-existent.
Okay.
Can I help him by like self-surgery kind of stuff, because you said it's in my back, so.
Yes. In a moment. So what's going to happen now is is your D10 driver is going to attempt to make a getaway.
What music is he listening to while he tries to get away?
It is some good old-fashioned ragtown. Because it is the 1940s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's on the radio, and it's just like, oh god, I wish I had better music than this, but I can't choose it. It's only a radio. Because unless he has a fucking like a fucking oh god record player. I'm not sure what the old ones are called. I can't remember. It's correct, but he steps on the gas. And that is a 7, not quite a raise, but it is a pass. As a few more shots ring out and sort of ting off the car, and one a bullet embeds itself in the wood that's built over the back of the truck. As you speed away, Grigori, with the assist action from your friend, you can do a D4 at a 0 modifier. Also wild die.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that you are able to successfully remove the bullet.
Ow.
You get a little bit of assistance, sort of a talking through of this as you're able to pull the bullet out of your body. I will say you still have the wound, but you won't get worse for now.
Yep. And then I say, it is a good thing I never got shot, and I'm gonna cast healing on myself.
Sure. Well, make your cast your spell.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have to unshake? Wait. What does shaken do?
Let me find that out exactly. Oh no, what the fuck? Why is that closed? I am new to this, so I'll have to check the rules every once in a while for things I don't know. Where's shaken? Shaken.
It looks like it gives me a -1 on things.
Yes. So
or maybe that's my wound. I'm not sure.
You can try to let's see. That's your wound.
Do I roll to unshake first, or?
Yes, a shaken character must attempt to recover from being shaken by making a spirit roll. So actually, yes. So
I should do that first.
You should do that first, yeah. Then I'll let you re-roll because that was my mistake. I didn't know about that rule.
Okay, that didn't work.
Okay, no, that's a success. Attempt to unshake and succeeds. Can now act. So now I'll let you roll your healing again.
Yeah.
That's a 7. That is
Oh wait, no, I didn't unshake. I think it's an 8.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. That's okay. I'm not sure why it's still there. Yes, that is a success. You were able to heal. Let's see. Can you success? 2 raises. Yes. So you lose the wound.
Yep. It's a good thing I was never shot.
It is not a pleasant experience, as Sailethil can probably attest. Jean-Pierre, who was in the back with you, actually all of you just hopped in the back. It's like, fuck it, in the back, roll in. Karzug is laughing as she takes off her mask and says, "Yes, I understand why the ancestors love Badger so much." She's kind of like just breathing heavily. Jean-Pierre goes, "Oh, I was shot at by this. Oh, this is bad. Okay, it's all right. It's all right." He kind of checks himself. He's like, "Oh, I have not been shot. Yeah, it is good." And then notices the blood on you. Goes, "Oh, shit." Kind of goes over to you, and he's kind of like was in shock with everything that had happened, so he didn't notice you, like the bullet being pulled out of your back and healing yourself.
How does it look? And I'm sure I'm sure Gregory I had to like remove part of the shirt to see it, but I'm looking backwards to like Gregory and the rest of them. Like, how's it look?
It's that thing of like Grigori would take off his mask and he looks at you, gives a thumbs up, like it's fine. Then he looks over like, ugh.
There's quite a bit of blood. but there is a faint scar there right now, which probably would fade unless you don't want it to. That's up. I'll leave your character choice to whether you keep a bullet scar.
It won't be horrible in a bit when it heals, but
No, just wipe away the blood.
Yeah. What if you clean it off? There's no more wound. The wound has disappeared. So yeah, you guys,
all your scales are gone.
you have successfully robbed the store. No casualties. You guys didn't. I guess were quick enough to get in and out before people arrived. Sailafil. Oh, go on.
Sorry, Ton just like sits back on one of the walls and just starts just gives a chuckle.
Sure thing. As you sort of pull away, the truck pulls into an alleyway. The driver gets out and says, "All right, everyone, get the fuck out of here, scatter." Might want to kind of looks at you, Ton. He takes off his own jacket and says, "Put these on." He says, "The one covered in your own blood. That would be suspicious."
Thank you very much.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! And he throws a tarp over the car and then just like disappears, just like runs.
Yep.
And so everyone else, go on.
I'm gonna just bind up the bloody stuff, and next time I pass like a canal or like a little a homeless dumpster fire or something, I'm just gonna toss it in there.
Sure. You all exit the alleyway, and Karzug and Jean-Pierre will go their own ways. They kind of split off from you and go to two different directions, as it's better to not be in a group right now. And you begin to leave, and you cross over a little bridge, and you just throw it off. The both of you freeze, however, as you hear the sounds of sirens. As you see one of the pack rats, these sort of six-legged sort of armored cars that the drow use, just kind of with a big lights and sirens on it, sort of runs past you, just the weird sounds of the legs sort of impacting the cobblestone streets. And you see a few soldiers. Usually they walk around with their sort of guns sort of strapped to their shoulders, but these guys have their rifles in their hands and begin to run in the direction of the robbery. Sailafil, as you're enjoying lunch with Soren, you notice that or Soren, you notice some soldiers running, and Soren stands up and says, "I should see what this is about," and he sort of grabs his rifle and begins to run as well.
She's going to follow because she is still technically a peace officer, so she has to keep up appearances.
Absolutely, you follow. He kind of sees you and goes like, "What?" I was like, "Oh yeah, you're an officer." He knows that. Yeah, and you follow, and he gets you approach the jewelry store. The jeweler's kind of comes out and is talking to some people, and you see Soren. And his face just darkens, like, "Oh, you son of a bitch! You're supposed to be here to protect this place." And Soren is like, "Oh,
oops."
Yep. What do you do in this moment, since you're here at the crime scene?
So, since I'm here at the crime scene, she's just going to kind of approach and be like, "I am Officer Goldleaf. Can you tell me what happened?"
Sure. As you approach some of the soldiers speaking, and you pull out your badge, you're like, "Oh, sure, we'll let you. This is a police thing now, since there's no, there aren't here. They're not going to shoot anyone." The man turns to you and says, "4 people entered my store. There was I think a dragonborn, based on the accent and the scales. There was one very tall woman." Shorter woman as well, and just a man, I think a human. They came in, they hit my guard, and he sort of gestures over to the security guard who is kind of on the ground, like kind of like rubbing the side of his jaw when the soldiers is kind of making fun of him. Yeah. Says they cleared out. They kind of looks back, and looks at all the jewels gone, and like the open cash register. He says, as they cleared out my store.
That's awful. I am so very sorry to hear. I will call in to have some actual on-duty officers arrive to begin the investigation. You say everything had been stolen, yes?
Well, at least in my front room, yes. I'm not sure about ones that ran into the back, but I have not checked.
Okay, well, just stay here, here at the front. Once the officers arrive, we will move back there with you just in case, and we will help you sort everything out and make sure everything is accounted for.
He kind of nods, and as you walk away, one of the soldiers says, if you need to radio into headquarters, we have a radio. And he brings you over to the pack rat, and then sort of installed on the side, there's a large radio that you can use.
Yeah, and so she'll call into the Thostral peacekeepers to have them come down, and she's going to. She would have written down everything, the statements, and pass that information along to the officers when they arrive, and then would say, I've already gotten the reports from the front. Nobody's gone into the back rooms to check what had been taken back there, but should give a thorough look just in case to make sure if anything back there was stolen as well, it should be accounted for. Trying to lead them in the direction of finding the laundry jewelry.
Sure, I have assumed that you had planned to put it in the back room. I'll say that makes sense for you guys to do. So yeah, you check there on yourself by yourself. Or you wait for other people to come with you. Just for clarification on my end.
Am I able to go check it in the back by myself? I could plant the jewels. If
the jewels have been planted.
Okay.
And
then I will
go back there.
No, I will wait for the other officers just so they don't do the "you planted those there" thing that everybody who is clearly guilty of having stuff on them try to say. Because if I'm back there by myself, then they could say that I might have planted them. But sure. If we all go back there together and there are several peacekeepers who find it and not me, then they can't say that it was planted there, because they just have to answer for why this murdered woman's jewels were hidden somewhere in their room.
Sure. You wait for others to arrive. Some do. You're familiar with some of the officers. A lot of the peacekeeper officers are locals. They're not, especially a lot of them are ex-military. So they show up, they see you, and they go into the back and search around. I will roll a thing. Okay. Wow. Wow. 2, a 3, and a 3. And so when they're looking through, none of them find it. If you want to roll, because you actually don't know exactly where it's placed. You want to roll a notice check for me.
One time we need them to find it.
Yep.
I'm going to use a reroll.
Sure.
Because we need them to find it.
Yep.
For fuck's sake.
You have another one.
I'm going to use my other one because it's almost time for us to wrap up.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Thank God.
That would have been bad.
You look through, and there are some... one thing, you looking through some files, you find your own order, actually, which is kind of funny. You're like, oh, that's my name. But there is sort of placed behind the desk, there's a little shelf you pull out. I'll say a necklace, something that's sort of like recognizable, if people can identify if they've seen the woman wear it before. as you pull out this this necklace, what do you say?
Can I add something to that?
Sure, absolutely.
This is the necklace she was wearing when she was killed, so it has some blood on it.
Sure. Yeah, sure. That's
That way we can directly correlate the implication.
sure. Yeah, she's it's a sort of a jewelry that she like kind of leaves on a lot of the time. So yeah, you pull out this slightly blood-stained necklace. And one of the men, one of the other PC looks over and says, it's like, well, apparently they missed at least this.
Would you care to explain why this jewelry has blood on it?
The officer is like,
No,
That's
no,
what-
to the owner.
Sure, yeah,
I thought he was here with us. Usually, the business owner wouldn't be.
oh no, he would be there. Yeah, you say that. He says, I've never seen this before in my life. I do not know.
And she looks to the other two officers and just kind of motions them over. And she's going to say, I am investigating the murder that happened at the laundromat not too far from here. And she kind of eyes the jewelry, eyes the owner, kind of waits for them to make the connection.
Sure. Roll a persuasion check with a +2, because
Absolutely.
you have some authority in the situation. Yeah, that's a success. Thank God.
Still a success.
Whenever big people talk about Savage World, like, oh, it's only a 4. It's kind of hard to get to a 4.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like even when you buy higher raises, it's like you still have that chance of failing.
The
And
D8 is still only a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
I will say that the wild dice have been much more consistent in our success than our actual
They
skill dice.
really have. It's been kind of crazy. Anyways, with that persuasion, one of the officers says, let's take him in for now. Let's not just say that putting him in just for a little more questioning, and then we'll bring it up. We'll bring up sort of all this later. What do you say?
Yes. And so, did I ever get the name of the owner? Did we
You did
establish
not.
a name?
Absolutely. Let me establish a name right now. Remy Muser. I will send that to the.
Thank you.
Murders old ladies in their sleep.
Yeah, I'll send it to the.
And so she turns and she says, well, I am sorry to hear that your establishment had been robbed today. In light of new evidence, I am afraid you are going to have to come with us for additional questioning.
Oh, kind of looks to you a little like, oh God. He's like, very well. I will not say no. That is, sure.
And she just kind of gestures for one of them to. I don't think he would be under arrest right now, but it doesn't look good for him. And since he's not resisting, he doesn't need to be handcuffed.
Yes. No. The other officers don't want to be like you're under arrest. They want to keep him like.
Yeah, this is very much a situation where he's being compliant, but it still doesn't look good for him.
No. So the other two will put their kind of like one of them will put a hand on his shoulder, but all right, let's go. And leads him out and takes him to the PC officer's car, which is not one of the underdark mechs. That's it has tires essentially. Is a difference. And he'll get driven off.
And yes, Dido, to clarify, we are in fact framing this person that we just robbed for the murder that we committed
last week.
Yep.
Yes, this group. Oh, they.
This is the start of the mafia.
They're.
We have decided that while we are not the bad guys, we are not good people.
You're not the good guys either, but you're definitely not. Look, when you're fighting fascists, I'll forgive a lot of things. This is definitely one of them.
It's for the greater good.
It's for the great. Absolutely. This guy was a piece of shit too. He's a sympathizer. So yeah, the group. I'll say. Gori and Tan. You return to the hideout. You sort of take a circuitous route to make it look like you're just two friends. out for a stroll, and you kind of get back. And I assume you told Karzug and Jean-Pierre about your hideout, or did you not?
Yeah, we let them hang out.
Mhm.
Place the
Sure.
low.
Sure, they are there as well. And Karzug is kind of like pacing around the room, and sort of older parlance, her blood is up, so she's kind of like a little pumped. Jean-Pierre is a little is calmed down. There's an ashtray near him, and there's like six cigarettes in it as he's just like. Is that what he said to me? Something? Hey.
Seeing Karza pacing, I'm gonna lean over to Gregory and just be like, "It looks like she needs a little more stimulation. Shall I take the bullet for you?"
We could take a bullet together.
You guys gonna fuck the orc?
Wow. Fuck the orc. Fuck the orc.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have to do police work, so you can't be here.
Yeah, well, nah, it's fine. I don't need to. I did my part.
Yeah, are you guys? Is that what you're gonna do?
It would be a shame to leave Jean-Pierre out.
Exactly. Come, friend.
He's just like, what are we doing? What is this?
I have to work with her later. That's gonna be so awkward. Or the start of a romance.
I need someone, whoever wants to roll a persuasion with a. I'll give you a +2 because Karzug is like, yeah, absolutely. But
I'm not trained in persuasion, so this is all on you.
She's all riled up and feisty.
Yeah. Are you trained in persuasion, Don?
Yeah, +2.
So you can roll with a +2 because I'm giving you that.
Come on.
Yeah,
Hey,
7.
That is a success. And so Jean-Pierre is just like kind of looking around as there is sort of a sleeping area sort of in the back. It's not very conducive to a foursome, but you can make it work.
And that's conducive if you're creative enough.
Yeah, if it's conducive, you're creative enough. So as the four of you sort of adjourn to your private business, the camera will sort of zoom out and will focus on the bags, one of them on the table that is slightly open, and there's just like some jewelry spilling out onto the table with a successful heist. I guess we're gonna wrap it up here.
One last thing I wanted to squeeze in, just to keep the narrative going with Sorn. Like when it was very clear that he was in trouble, and like the two of them split off to go do their respective work related stuff. Salathil would have just done like the "sorry, I got you in trouble" kind of face and line. And then just be like, but I can make it up to you later. Wink, nudge. You know, kind of keeping that going so that he's not like, she used me as a distraction, because he would see that she immediately went into work mode, and just kind of keeping this going, because
trying to keep that door open, like for sure, absolutely.
He's not a bridge to burn yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot wait to what the fuck you guys are gonna do with Soren eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lead him out to the woods.
What if we find out that he actually doesn't like his he turns out he's actually
it's kind of why I'm leaving it open. Like, I don't want to kill him yet if we find out that he's not a bad guy. You know?
Just like got press gang or something like that. Yeah.
Or, it might just be, just that it's really unfortunate. Well, we got to kill him.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Anyways, that is the end of the session. You guys successfully robbed the place, maybe destroyed a man's entire life, and framed him for murder. Congratulations. And yes,
over like a dog.
Ren. Oh yes, she is definitely your bear Jew. If anyone's watching Glorious Bastards, Karzug is definitely their bear Jew. The bear Juden. So the camera zooms out over the city as you watch the soldiers sort of march around, sort of trying to figure out what happened. And that is the end of the session. Congratulations, you guys! Instead of 2 XP because this episode was, you guys did some shit. You guys get 3.
Yeah.
Yay!
How does
That puts us at
work?
5, right?
Yes, it should put you at 5.
How
Um,
does this work now?
Every 5
We-
experience, you can do a thing.
Oh.
Yes, we'll talk about the nitty gritty after we go offline, so people aren't just
Yeah.
watching us talk about level up stuff.
Sure.
But they've technically leveled up, sort of. It's called advancement,
Mhm.
in this version, this game. Yeah, that is it. Congratulations, you did the thing. You have money. You have 2. You have your existential Frenchman and your bear Jew. Pretty good start to a resistance movement.
It's a bear orc.
Yeah, bear orc. Yes, I will not continue to refer to her as a bear Jew because it borders on a little weird, so I'm going to stop now. But yay!
Yay!
We did it.
Go us! You guys robbed a store a second time. And maybe you'll rob a prison caravan next session. Who knows?
Slightly related, apparently he was based on a real person. So that's fun.
Oh, that is fun. Yeah, it's always good to watch someone get not to get their head hit and bashed in with a baseball bat.
Yeah. It was a World War I veteran dubbed the Fighting Jew. So there you go.
Oh, I feel that I don't know. It feels a little weirder to me. That just I don't know. Anyways.
I mean, it was a different time, so
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like the name like Bear Jew like in World War II makes sense because it's like there's like a lot of anti-Jewish sentiment, so it kind of makes sense for a Jewish person.
There's
like,
a lot of anti-Jewish sentiment for a long time.
True, but it's just like during World War II, like the Holocaust, so it makes sense for like a Jewish person to want to get that title, but to call sort of like fuck you, the Germans. There's someone called this coming for you, but during World War I, that feels like you could just call him something else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my own personal feelings. Anti-Semitism is complicated, and I don't want to get into it here. Don't do it. I guess it's not complicated. I'm rambling. Ren, please free me from this curse.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
So let's see if there is any wonderful people online. Free League Publishing is playing more of their marine-based campaign for Alien RPG. And I
Ooh.
do believe, yeah, Colin has gone offline, so we won't go that way. So I'm going to just send us over to, yeah, Spyhander's not anyone I recognize, so we won't go that way. We will jump over to Free League Publishing, give them some love since we were pretty much rating them Sundays anyways. So go check them out. They're playing Alien, and Alien is always a good time.
That is true.
One of these days we'll run it on this channel too.
Oh, absolutely.
But y'all have a great night. And remember,
Wow.
be gay, do crime.
Yep. Have an orgy and top of some jewels. Bye-bye.
Bye.